Today we'll be talking about one of the most disturbing subreddits to ever grace the internet. I'm talking about a small community of people who completely brainwash themselves into believing something that is absolutely nonsense. Today I'll be exploring the r/gangstalking subreddit, and before we start the video, I do want to give a warning for anybody who may be sensitive to these following things. I heavily advise you guys to read it. Please view with your own discretion, and also like or subscribe. That'll help me a lot, I think. So enough about that stuff, let's get into it. Get ready. Now, this gangstalking subreddit is a place where people can gather around and share their concerns about being gangstalked, which for those of you who don't know what that means, it's basically the suspicion that you are being either followed, stalked, harassed by a large entourage of people. Now you might be saying, why is that a bad thing? I mean, maybe there are genuinely people who are being gangstalked and followed for people who want to kidnap or hurt them. I would agree, there are people who are dealing with that. But when you really have to read what these people have to say, it sounds delusional, and the comments feed into the dilemmas. I'm not gonna stop talking. Let me just show you our first example here. Let's take a look at this post for starters. I think I have been gangstalked for at least 20 years, if not more. I lost my child because of it and lived in my car for 5 years. Now, throughout this entire paragraph, she or he does not explain how the gangstalkers took her child or his child, I don't know what it is, which I feel like would be very valuable information because, you know, you claim that you lost your child because of the gangstalkers, but there's no story behind it. I don't know, I thought that was interesting. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But let's continue. I am finally living in my own apartment, and every day smoke, vapor, fumes are purposely being directed into my home. I have tried to cover cracks in all entry points, but it's still so strong. It makes me tired and confused. Also, someone is entering my home and I have multiple cameras, but I never see anything on the cameras. But I know they have been there because things have been moved, and sometimes purposely so that I know they were there. I have tried so many times to catch this person, but I can't seem to. Now, are these gang stalkers ghosts, phantoms, aliens? Do they have that Metal Gear Solid camouflage? I mean, it seems to me that you're dealing with some pretty powerful people. It's weird because usually when there's nothing on the cameras, that means there's nothing that is goddamn there. But you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, you know, maybe her ops are from Saturn or something, I don't know. But this person claims they have been harassed for around 20 years, following them relentlessly even after buying several apartments. They somehow always seem to be behind her tail. And the convenient thing is, people are actually giving her advice on her situation. Get an air purifier for the gas. Have you checked your camera to see if it's going offline? Read the New Living Translation Bible. Bro, what? Now, is there a chance this story is real? Probably not. But if you're not convinced, trust me, there's even crazier ones, so we're not gonna pry on this one. Let's just get to the next one. Which country have you experienced the most targeting? Let's see. For me, it began in Canada. I had to leave as it became very dangerous. I have been to several countries since. I can confirm the organized stalking and targeting harassment has not stopped. The countries where I experienced it the most: Toronto, Canada; London, UK; Paris, France; Frankfurt, Germany; Copenhagen, Denmark; and Sicily, Italy. You went to the most popular cities in these countries. Whatever. See, this is the main problem with this community if you haven't caught on. Everybody sounds like they're one step away from being schizophrenic, if not already. See, in the first example I showed, there might have been a slight chance it was real. I mean, with the moving through several apartments, the items moving throughout the house, the gas entering the home. I mean, maybe. Very unlikely, but maybe. But you are telling me that this individual has received gang stalking, organized gang stalking in Toronto, and then moved to London, still stalking, moved to Paris, Sicily, Copenhagen, and after going to all those places, they're still on you. Somehow. There comes a point where it stops becoming believable and it starts to sound like some bad dream or some schizoid experience, but everyone on this subreddit loves to bite the cookie. Those are all NATO countries. Try a non-NATO country. Yeah, because NATO is gang stalking him, apparently. What do you think the correlation with NATO and gang stalking is? My targeting is not government or politically related. These guys are trauma bonding. Yeah, these guys are lost in the goober sauce. I don't know what makes these guys feel so important. And if NATO is actually following you through 7 different countries, I promise you it's not NATO's fault, it's your fault. You're probably a very high suspect target, and you need to be neutralized. But you know, that's the elephant in the room, and people don't like that. So we're gonna get to the next one. I'm swarmed by red cars following me and doing laps around neighborhoods to pass me multiple times. Every night there are flashing lights outside my window and loud radio noises coming from outside of my exterior wall in the bedroom. Sounds like rowdy neighbors. And look at this reply. It's red cars for me as well. Why the red cars? Does anyone know why? Bro, what? Apparently this guy shares the thought that stalkers like using red cars. Thank you for the information. I'll use it for sure. Wait, hold up. I found the magnum opus of gang stalking victims. Recovering porn addict being gang stalked. Please help. I am trying to stop masturbating because porn has ruined my life, but I have noticed that almost every time I am in a crowded area, someone begins masturbating in public. Hold up. I think I'm being gang stalked and that these men know about my struggle with masturbation. What should I do? What should you do? This dude is asking us what he should do. I don't know, maybe go to an asylum or something, bro. I don't know what can save you at this point. I'm not sure where this guy lives, but it's 100% not normal to publicly masturbate. This guy is obviously psychotic and just randomly sees people touching themselves. It's a great superpower, I guess. Now, this one's actually pretty crazy, and you know, I don't mean to harass anyone online, but when you post something on the internet for everyone to see, just expect some criticism. I'm just saying. Attacked with EMF, neurostimulation research abuse by satellite. Let's watch the video. I was stalked, abused, tortured, and threatened with EMF, which I have reasons to believe comes from satellite technology used in neurostimulation and remote monitoring research. If you have similar concerns about EMF abuse, please share your stories. Thank you. Now, she mentions EMF, which is neurostimulation, and although this isn't an official scientific term, there is something called electromagnetic hypersensitivity, or EHS, which does make you sensitive to electromagnetic fields. And according to people with EHS, they experience anxiety, stress, nausea, fatigue, and basically all these types of symptoms when exposed to electromagnetic fields. So maybe this woman has this, but to say it comes from satellites is insane and very concerning to say the least. And let's analyze the video. If your brain really was compromised by neurostimulation, why did it trigger at this side? She scanned her entire head, but in this side right here, it activated. Actually, she posted this video and got bullied so hard that she actually deleted her account. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but it's kind of crazy. Let's look at this one now. General manipulation. I time the sensations that I feel in my genitals. Most of mine have been in my testicles since my targeting. Today it was the tip of what? Bro, what? Hold up, man. It's also been a hectic day with them. I timed them. They last about 7-10 seconds long. And this guy posted 3 pictures of him timing the intervals of when the tingling sensations on his wee-wee occurred. You can't even make this up. I genuinely don't know how this guy came up with this. Like, did some wizards decide to just mess around with his wee-wee one day? Like what? Like, I don't even know what's whatever, bro. Like, why would gang stalkers play with your genitals? Like this is what I'm saying. Like, these people are completely, like, they lost the plot. You're not crazy, man. I've had this exact thing happen to me as well. Multiple times. Was wondering what was happening at first, then finally realized. I think they've been using some sort of technology on me since birth to shrink my genitals. My wee-wee is only about the size of my pinky finger, and one time I went to rub and tug and the Asian lady said, "Oh wow, you..." What? Is the government doing it? Bro, what does the government benefit from playing with a random person's genitals? You have to understand the motive. Is there an incentive to play with someone's genitals? Yes or no? No, there isn't. If I'm completely crazy, please let me know in the comments. Maybe there is a reason to. I can't find one. And honestly, I really don't want to find one. Let's take a look at this final one because I'm starting to get a headache from this. I've been gang stalked for 5 years. The latest transgression. I ordered an EMF blocking beanie that was supposed to arrive Saturday. It has been delayed until Monday. That's it. Just some BS from these evil people. Maybe just coincidence, but 666 is in the shipping number. Please pray for me. This guy commented, probably just a random delay. I do e-commerce and delays are pretty common. A beanie isn't likely to help anyways. They want you to think they control everything and the whole society is against you, but that isn't true. Most people are probably unaware, and even most of those that are aware are only minimally read in. Try not to be paranoid, especially over small stuff that can easily be explained. It doesn't help. Sounds like some very level-headed advice to me, right? And then the Automod says, did you just accuse him of mental illness? We'll review this ban and approve or not approve if it's within community guidelines. Bro, even the bot is mind controlled. See, this is what I'm saying about this subreddit. Even if you tell somebody, hey man, maybe you're exaggerating just a little, they're gonna take it as an insult. And just from what I believe is right and wrong, that just creates a very unhealthy environment. But you know, that's just me. I don't know what you guys may believe. But we're gonna stop there today for my sake. If you guys want to continue this and read the subreddit by yourself, please do. I highly recommend it. And I wouldn't want people to harass others in the subreddit because I think most of these people have mental illnesses, and I say that in the nicest way possible. Like, sincerely. I just made this video not to ridicule, but to really shed light on what I would believe to be very unhealthy communities. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if there are other communities I can explore and document. I try to do this in the best way possible. I don't want people to brigade or make light of other people's hardships. But this is the way I see it. The more people who believe they're being gangstalked, the more it actually happens. When you have a subreddit filled with people who believe they are being gangstalked, if you even have a slight superstition of being gangstalked, you're gonna believe that A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are being gangstalked. You as well are gonna believe it. It's like if one person tells you a bomb is dropping, you're not gonna believe them. But if 20 people are telling you a bomb is dropping, you're probably gonna believe a bomb is gonna drop. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching the video. There's other disturbing content I have in my channel, so you can watch that. And that is all for today. Ciao.